It may surprise or even shock you when I say this, but if you found this video, it's no coincidence. This message has been guided to you, chosen one, because it's meant specifically for you. You've been carrying a weight, a responsibility that most people can't even fathom. You've been fighting battles that were never yours to begin with, breaking cycles that no one else in your lineage could break. And yet here you are still standing. Chosen ones are unique, extraordinary even. You see and feel things differently than others. Maybe you've noticed how you experience life at a deeper level, or how situations that seem insignificant to others hold profound meaning for you. This is because you're not just living for yourself. You're shifting energies for generations before and after you. You're not just walking your path, you're paving a new one for your entire lineage. If this resonates with you, let the universe know you're receiving this message. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, and comment 77 below to send a signal to the universe that you're ready to amplify your power. Play this video on repeat because every time you do, you strengthen the energy of this message. And let me tell you, chosen one, if you're truly aligned with this, you'll feel compelled to watch until the very end. If not, well, it's likely you'll move on. Chapter 1. The Weight of Generational Cycles. Chosen one, let's begin by truly understanding the magnitude of what you've been carrying. Generational cycles are not just habits or behaviors. They are deeply rooted patterns etched into the energy of your lineage. These cycles might manifest as patterns of poverty, emotional suppression, toxic relationships, limiting beliefs, addiction, or even a resistance to change. They're the echoes of struggles faced by those who came before you, passed down like an invisible inheritance. And while these cycles didn't begin with you, they found their stopping point in you. That chosen one is no accident. From a young age, you may have felt it, a sense that something was different, something wasn't quite right. Maybe you noticed how certain behaviors or dynamics played out repeatedly in your family or environment. Perhaps you've questioned why certain opportunities always seemed out of reach, or why the same conflicts reappeared over and over again. This wasn't just chance. It was a cycle at work, woven into the fabric of your lineage, and you were the one destined to break it. Your journey into breaking these cycles likely started with awareness. Perhaps you found yourself asking questions that others in your family avoided or refused to confront. Why do we think this way? Why do we act this way? Why do we settle for this? These questions, though difficult, were the first steps toward transformation. They sparked a fire within you, a desire for change, and that fire has been burning ever since. But make no mistake, this work is not for the faint of heart. It requires immeasurable strength to face these patterns head-on, to stand against the current of this is how it's always been and declare, this is where it ends. Most people avoid this work because it's uncomfortable. It forces you to confront pain, to unlearn habits, and to face truths that may shake the foundation of everything you've known. It's lonely because not everyone will understand your journey or the depth of your commitment to change. But you, chosen one, felt the calling. You stepped into the fire willingly, even when you didn't fully understand what was at stake. What's remarkable is that by taking on this burden, you've already accomplished something extraordinary. You've done what generations before you couldn't. They may have wanted to, they may have even tried, but they lacked the tools, the awareness, or the strength to follow through. You, on the other hand, have stepped up in ways that no one else dared to. You've faced the fears, the doubts, and the resistance that have kept your lineage bound for so long. Let that sink in. You've already won battles that others didn't even have the courage to face. And here's the truth. The strength it takes to break generational cycles is unparalleled. It's the kind of strength that defies logic, that keeps you moving forward even when the odds seem insurmountable. It's a strength that comes from somewhere deep within you, from a place that is connected to your soul and your higher purpose. It's a strength that the universe recognizes and honors. But this journey isn't just about you. By breaking these cycles, you're creating a ripple effect that extends far beyond yourself. You're not only freeing your future self from these patterns, but you're also healing the energy of those who came before you. The ancestors who struggled under the weight of these cycles are watching. Chosen one. They see your efforts and they're cheering you on. You're doing the work they couldn't do, and in doing so, you're honoring their sacrifices and pain. You're also setting a new standard for those who come after you. The choices you make, the cycles you break, and the energy you shift are paving the way for future generations to live free of the burdens that you've carried. Imagine the legacy you're creating, a legacy of healing, strength, and limitless potential. That's the power you hold. So, chosen one, take a moment to acknowledge the incredible work you've already done. Even if it doesn't always feel like it, you're making progress. You're breaking chains that have held your lineage captive for generations. You're not just changing your life, you're changing the lives of countless others, both seen and unseen. That's no small feat. That's the work of someone who is truly chosen. And though the road ahead may still have its challenges, know this: you're not alone, and you're exactly where you're meant to be. Keep going. Chapter 2. Recognizing the patterns. Chosen one, let's take a moment to understand the depth of the patterns you've been facing. These generational cycles often operate like an invisible force, unseen but deeply felt. They show up in your relationships, your beliefs about money, your sense of self-worth, or even in the way you approach love and opportunity. Recognizing these patterns is the first step to breaking free, and it's no small feat. You may have noticed recurring themes in your life, experiences that seem to repeat themselves no matter how hard you try to avoid them. Maybe it's the same kind of toxic relationship in a different form, or the constant feeling of being stuck financially or emotionally. These aren't accidents. They're patterns that have been passed down, often without words, from one generation to the next. The challenge is that many of these cycles are so deeply ingrained that they feel normal. Maybe you grew up hearing phrases like, "That's just the way things are," or "Our family has always struggled with this." These beliefs became the foundation of your reality, shaping the way you see yourself and the world around you. But chosen one, you were never meant to accept these limitations as truth. Recognizing the patterns means looking at your life with honesty and curiosity. It means asking the hard questions. Why do I react this way? Why do I keep attracting these situations? What do I truly believe about myself? And where did those beliefs come from? These questions aren't always easy to answer, but they're necessary for transformation. They shine a light on the shadows that have kept these cycles alive, making it possible to break free. This process also requires compassion for yourself and for those who came before you. It's easy to fall into blame, to point fingers at your parents, grandparents, or those who influenced your upbringing. But the truth is, they were doing the best they could with the tools they had. The patterns they passed down weren't intentional. They were the result of their own unhealed pain and limitations. By recognizing this, you can approach this work with a sense of empathy, understanding that your journey is not just about breaking cycles, but also about healing the energy of your lineage. As you continue to uncover these patterns, you'll begin to see them for what they are. Not truths, but stories. Stories that were created in a different time, under different circumstances, and that no longer serve who you are or who you're becoming. And as you let go of these stories, you create space for something new. New beliefs, new possibilities, and a new legacy for yourself and your lineage. Recognizing the patterns is not just fighting against external forces. You're confronting the deeply embedded beliefs, habits, and fears that have been passed down through your lineage. It's no wonder it feels heavy. The pain of breaking free often comes from the resistance you face, both from within and from others. Internally, you might struggle with self-doubt, fear of failure, or the nagging feeling that you're not strong enough to do this. These feelings are normal, chosen one. They're part of the process. But let me remind you, the fact that you're feeling this resistance means you're moving in the right direction. Growth always comes with discomfort. Externally, you might face criticism or pushback from those who don't understand your journey. Family members might question your choices or try to pull you back into old dynamics. Friends might struggle to accept the changes in you. This can be one of the hardest parts of breaking cycles, the realization that not everyone will support your transformation. But chosen one, your journey isn't about pleasing others. It's about honoring your truths. The pain of breaking free is also a sign of the strength it takes to do this work. You're confronting patterns that have existed for generations, patterns that no one else has dared to face. You're standing up to the voices of the past that said, this is how it's always been, and this is how it will always be. And by doing so, you're rewriting the narrative for yourself and for those who come after you. But let me remind you, this pain is temporary. It's the pain of growth, of shedding old skin, of stepping into a new version of yourself. And on the other side of this pain is freedom. Freedom from the limitations that have held you back. Freedom to create a life that aligns with your soul. And freedom to leave a legacy of strength and possibility for future generations. Chapter 4. The Strength You've Gained. Chosen one, let's take a moment to truly honor the strength you've cultivated on this remarkable journey. Every challenge you've faced, every moment of doubt you've overcome, and every step you've taken toward breaking those generational cycles has shaped you into a person of extraordinary resilience. This strength is not an accident. It is the product of your unwavering determination, your refusal to settle, and your ability to rise even when everything seemed to be working against you. Think about it. There were times when the weight of the world felt unbearable, times when you questioned whether you had it in you to keep going. And yet, here you are, standing tall, not just surviving, but thriving. Every tear you shed, every decision you made to prioritize your healing, and every boundary you set has added another layer to your foundation of strength. This strength is unshakable because it has been tested in the fire of adversity. But the strength you've gained is more than just physical or mental. It's deeply spiritual. It's the strength of someone who has looked fear in the face and said, "You will not define me." It's the strength of someone who has reclaimed their power, choosing authenticity and growth over comfort and complacency. This kind of strength is rare, chosen one, and it's what sets you apart. It's what enables you to not just walk through the storms of life, but to dance in the rain, knowing that every drop is watering the seeds of your purpose. And here's what makes your strength even more extraordinary. It's not just for you. The courage and resilience you've developed have a ripple effect that extends far beyond your own life. By breaking these cycles, you're sending out waves of hope, courage, and possibility to everyone around you, your family, your friends, even people you may not know personally. They're all touched by the energy you carry. Your strength has given others permission to believe in their own power. They see what you've done and realize that change is possible for them too. Your journey becomes a light in their darkness, a reminder that they too can overcome whatever is holding them back. This is the essence of your role as a chosen one. You're not just breaking cycles, you're showing others how to do the same. But let's not stop there. The strength you've gained is also a tool for building the future you desire is the foundation upon which you create a life that aligns with your highest purpose. Every decision you make moving forward will be infused with the wisdom, clarity, and power you've gained through this process. You'll face new challenges, yes, but you'll face them with the confidence that comes from knowing you've already conquered so much. And let's not forget the beauty of sharing your strength. By living authentically, you inspire others to do the same. By choosing growth over fear, you encourage those around you to look at their own lives with fresh eyes. Your strength is a gift, not just to yourself, but to the world. It's a force that can create lasting change, not just in your lineage, but in the collective consciousness of humanity. So, chosen one, embrace the strength you've gained. Let it remind you of who you are and what you're capable of. Let it be the fuel that propels you forward into the next chapter of your life, where even greater possibilities await. And most importantly, let it inspire you to continue shining your light, knowing that your journey is making the world a brighter place for everyone. Chapter 5. The Legacy You're Creating. Chosen one, by breaking these cycles, you're creating a legacy that will last for generations. This legacy isn't about material wealth or external achievements. It's about the energy, values, and possibilities you're leaving behind. You're showing future generations that they don't have to repeat the patterns of the past. You're giving them the gift of freedom. Your legacy begins with the choices you make today. Every time you choose growth over comfort, healing over avoidance, and love over fear, you're planting seeds for a brighter future. These seeds will grow into a legacy of resilience, compassion, and empowerment that will inspire others long after you're gone. This legacy isn't just for your family, it's for the collective. The energy you're shifting isn't limited to your lineage. It's part of a larger transformation that's happening in the world. By doing this work, you're contributing to a wave of change that will uplift humanity as a whole. That's the power of your journey, chosen one, and that's the legacy you're creating. Chapter 6. The ripple effect of your transformation. Chosen one, the transformation you've undergone isn't just about you. It's about the waves of change you're sending out into the world. Every cycle you've broken has created a ripple effect, touching the lives of those around you in ways you may not even realize. Your courage to face the pain, to question the old patterns, and to choose a new path is inspiring others to do the same. Think about the people who have watched you on this journey. They've seen your strength, your resilience, and your willingness to grow. Whether they've said it out loud or not, your transformation has sparked something in them, a realization that change is possible, even when it feels impossible. Your ripple effect is reaching beyond your family, touching friends, co-workers, and even strangers who encounter your energy. This ripple effect isn't just emotional, it's energetic. By raising your vibration, you're shifting the energy of every space you enter. You're showing others what it looks like to live in alignment, to heal, and to embrace their true power. This is the unseen magic of your journey, chosen one. Your transformation is creating a better reality, not just for yourself, but for everyone connected to you. The ripple effect extends to future generations as well. The cycles you've broken will not return, and the energy you've cultivated will be passed down. You're leaving behind a legacy of strength, wisdom, and love that will echo for years to come. This is the gift you've given, not just to yourself, but to the world. Chapter 7. Stepping fully into your power. Chosen one, the lifting of these burdens and the breaking of these cycles have brought you to this moment, a moment of stepping fully into your power. You've done the hard work, faced the shadows, and rewritten the narrative of your life. Now it's time to embrace the new version of yourself that has emerged from the fire. Stepping into your power means claiming your place in the world without hesitation or fear. It means owning your story, your struggles, and your triumphs with pride. You are no longer defined by the patterns of the past. You are defined by the strength and clarity you've gained through this journey. This power is not loud or forceful. It's steady, grounded, and undeniable. As you move forward, you'll notice how different life feels. The relationships you attract will be healthier. The opportunities will align more naturally, and that peace within you will be unshakable. You walk with a sense of purpose, knowing that every step you take is guided by the lessons you've learned and the cycles you've broken. This is your time to thrive, chosen one. But your power isn't just for you. It's meant to uplift others. The wisdom you've gained is a light for those still walking through the darkness. Your journey is proof that transformation is possible, that burdens can be lifted, and that freedom is within reach. By sharing your story, your energy, and your presence, you're inspiring others to step into their own power. The cycles you've broken have unlocked a new dimension of possibility for you and those around you. You're not just living for yourself, you're living for a greater purpose, one that will continue to unfold in ways you can't yet imagine. This is what it means to step fully into your power, to live authentically, to love deeply, and to lead by example. Chosen one, you've accomplished something truly extraordinary. You've broken cycles that have held your lineage captive for generations. You've lifted burdens that were never meant to be yours to carry. And now you're stepping into a new chapter of your life, one filled with freedom, purpose, and endless possibilities. The universe has seen your strength, your perseverance, and your faith, and it's responding in ways that will leave you in awe. Remember, this is just the beginning. The path ahead is bright, and the best is yet to come. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and leave a comment with 77 to send a signal to the universe that you're ready for all that's coming your way. And play this video on repeat to amplify the energy and fully embody the transformation you've created. Chosen one, the world is waiting for you to shine. Keep moving forward, keep trusting the process, and know that you are exactly where you're meant to be.